Episode 45, Our League Podcast. I'm on now for the duo Eds alongside my co-host, my brethren, Ethan. Productive, not I want to say productive, like interesting week with sports. Obviously, the NBA Finals, the Formula One, and stuff like that. How you been doing, my guy? Haircut and a shave. Haircut and a shave.
Yeah. No, I had to clean it up.
Yeah.
It was getting a bit irritating, and obviously with this hot weather that we've had in the last week.
Oh my god.
It had to go. So yeah, I trimmed it down and
I literally just trimmed mine down just now, literally, because I hate when it gets long. I start to do this, and it's like,
yeah, that's what I was doing, and I looked scruffy when I was working as well in meetings, and I was like, no, I don't look good.
Do you do it yourself, the beard?
Yeah, I do the beard.
Really?
I can't let a barbers touch my beard. The last time that happened, they shaped it up too thinly, and I didn't like it.
So what do you do? Like, how do you do it then? Like,
so
do you have the clippers?
I have clippers. I think I go level 1 all the way and just grow it through pretty much.
See, I'm scared to touch my beard. I'll do the shape up here and there a little bit. I haven't done it in a while, but because I have the levels, but I don't know which level is which. And one time I did it and I messed it up, so I just had to trim down the whole thing.
Oh
so
no!
I'm scared with the beard. Like, I'm literally scared because you're almost looking clean.
Yeah, no, I don't mind doing my beard. I think it's quite easy doing it now. I think I know my level. If I want it to go really low with it, I'll just do a 1 and then that's it.
And you save money at the barbers as well, bro, because they're charging an arm and a leg for the hair and the beard. It's 25, bloody hell. But no, how's your week been, my guy?
Yeah, it was all right, to be fair. Obviously, just talking on the weather. The weather was nice last week, so it was quite nice to end work and walk around and play tennis and stuff like that. So no, it was nice.
A couple of tennis rounds then, yeah?
Yeah, a couple games last week with Victoria, so we took it easy, obviously being hot. But no, it was good. It was really good.
It's the best to play it either like brunch time on the weekends or like evening where the sun's still down, like golden hour, but it's that breeze.
Yeah.
That's what I think
it was nice, but I think it was 10 minutes in, we were all just blowing. We were like, we were quite sweaty as well. So yeah, no, it was good.
It is a demanding sport, essentially. That's why they always have to do the stop-start, because it's oh my days. But other than that, everything good?
Yeah, everything's good.
Work busy?
Yeah, fairly busy, but yeah, it's fine. We get by.
We get by. Alright, cool. What do you want to start with? Let's start with Love Island. Let's start with Love Island. I think I messaged you like halfway through last week. It was either you or someone else that I'm done with this show. I just like stopped watching it like halfway. I think it was like Thursday. I was like, I'm not watching this no more. I ain't got time for this. And then what's it called? It wasn't Friday, it was Saturday. So I was busy, but when I got home, I was shattered to it, like, because I had to do like drop my mom here, drop my sister there. It derailed my plans. So I said, you know what? Let me just watch it. Let me give it a go. And then that new girl came. I said, "Raw, okay." And then I watched last night's one. And I was like, "Raw, all right, yeah." Nah, you know what? I'm back invested.
So did you miss? You must have missed the really big episode then. If you're saying you missed Thursday,
No. So I went back and watched it.
Oh, okay, good.
So I saw the whole thing with Eken Su and Davideo and what's that guy's name? Jay
as well.
I said Eken Su was a problem. I said this last week, and then now look, she's sneaking. The way they were sneaking up on the terrace. What was your thoughts on that?
It's childish, to be fair. I thought she goes on. This age and I need to be going out with someone at 28 or 27, and she's acting like a kid, the way she's rolling around and stuff. To be fair, she's perfect TV. I'll get that out there. She's brilliant for TV.
Yeah,
but her morals and the way she's gone about stuff is just crazy. But Davideo, he's a national.
Did you think he overreacted?
No, to be fair, he asked her, what did you do? Where did you go? And she lied to him.
Yeah.
So no, I think he was well in his rights to act that way.
Liar.
all of the lines have got me. I think it's his accent. Liar. It's the accent, the high pitch voice. It's just he's brilliant. I think he's brilliant as well, man.
Oh my days. And fair play to Jay, just saying it up straight. You know what, mate? Yeah, we did go on the terrace. Obviously, in terms of that, the kiss thing, that's for her to say. But she should have just said it though. She should have just said like, "Yo, you know what? I kissed him," and that. What made me laugh is yesterday's episode when she pulled him for a chat and she goes, "Oh, what do you still care for him?" No, I don't care. No, I don't care. And she goes, "Oh wow!" Like she's upset that he don't care, but you're on the terrace kissing another guy. What are we actually doing? Like, and then what's his name? Indiyah and what's his name?
Dami.
No, the other guy with the
Ikenna.
So them two, they ain't lasting, which we said that we thought they weren't gonna be like a thing. And then now we're seeing Dami saying that he wants Indiyah. I'm not gonna lie. If I was in Love Island, and I'm one of two, I can't lose my girl to the other brother. I can't, bro. Like, let one of them white boys take her or something. I know. It can't be my guy. Like, come on, bro. Like, I think that's
why Dami's probably tread quietly. 100%. I think he saw that Amber and Indiyah are quite close, and him and Ikenna are quite close. So it's one of those that I think you're in Love Island to find someone. So he's got his chance now to actually say how he feels, and I think. Yeah. I don't think Ikenna really cares that much. I don't think he cares about Indiyah.
He's just there for vibes, isn't it?
Yeah, he actually is.
That bit at the end of yesterday's episode when Amber came and it was Dami, Eken Su and Jay, and like, why are you not moving awkward?
You could tell.
I couldn't tell from Dami that he didn't. I thought Dami liked her though.
Same. But you could tell with Eken Su and Amber, there's a little bit of history there. They don't like each other. You can tell.
Yeah. I don't think any of the girls really like Eken Su like that really though, to be fair. Just because how she came in.
But I feel like they should have been truthful to her and said, look, you weren't correct moving that way.
Yeah.
But they just stayed quiet. All of them were like, no, you did the right thing, and all of this stuff. But yeah.
And what's it called? The new girl. What's her name? I can't remember her name.
Yeah, same. I can't remember her name.
Her picking Luca. Like, I thought that was a bit. Me personally, I just thought that was random. Like, if you want to get to know him, you rather just like get to know him, like speak to him, pull him for chats here and there. You rather paired up with Davideo, like just to keep peaceful, innit? Keep a peaceful environment and stuff. Yeah. But no, she's gone in like heads first and stuff. Like, thoughts on her? Like, I mean, it shows cojones, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think she's come in. She stirred it up a bit. But yeah, no, I think she kind of likes Jax instead. I don't really actually think she likes Luca now. Yeah, Luca's kind of said his piece now, and I think he's not giving her time of day. So she's gonna move on to Jax or Ikenna. I don't really think she likes Ikenna like that, but yeah, Jax is the main one now.
Yeah. Ikenna, do you reckon he's the next one out?
Yeah. I just don't know what he's doing in there. He's doing
nothing.
Be honest.
He's actually doing nothing. He's actually just part of the scenery now, essentially. Just probably just chilling for the vibes. Yeah, him and Indiyah, like he should have just like squashed that from early doors because you could just tell. But I don't know who else in there like he would vibe with. And to be honest, I don't know who else in there would actually fancy him. Like, to be honest, because they're all paired up. Like the white girls, they're liking their Donnies, whatever. But it'll be an interesting week. When's Casa Amor? That's what I want to know. When this happening, bruv? Or was it too early?
Apparently, they're meant to be scrapping it, but
why?
I don't know. Apparently, because of the drama that it brings, and also the girls don't really get a chance in coming back with the boys. Really, the boys kind of try to stay loyal to the girls, but yeah.
I think the best ones was when that Just Denzel came back with Kaz and he left that girl, Georgia. Yeah. What's the guy, Michael, when he came back with that chick and he had Amber there, which still blows my mind.
Yeah. Last season as well.
Who was last season again?
So remember that Millie and Liam. So obviously Liam did his bit.
Yes.
He did his bit in Casa Amor, but didn't bring her back. But she obviously walked in. Yeah, she walked in and spilled the beans.
Yes. Yeah. I remember that. Oh Lord. Who else was sick from Casa Amor? Remember when Jordan came and then she was with what's it called, the basketball player?
Ovi,
that's his name. Yeah. Oh my days. Oh, they can't like scrap Casa Amor. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Oh, buddy. Anything else? Love Island.
No, I think that's it really.
That's it for Love Island. All right, cool. Let's touch on the NBA. I was literally in the midst of watching watching Game 6 right now. So the Warriors won the NBA championship this year. In Game 6, obviously they won 4. Boston won 2. Your thoughts on it, buddy?
Yeah, Warriors are just. I think they had the best of Boston. Really, I think the real downfall for Boston really was the turnovers. I think they obviously relied on Tatum to be that playmaker, and he wasn't really providing that in the last 2 games. I think he was poor. He was coming up too short. Even Jaylen Brown, he was turning over the ball too much. So yeah, obviously in this offseason, hopefully they can work on some of their fundamentals, try and not turn over the ball too much. But I think Golden State go on again and possibly get another championship, and that would take Steph Curry onto 5 or 6. Or is it? No, 5. It would take him onto 5.
5, yeah. Because they've got the nucleus, him, Clay, Draymond, Looney as well. And not only that, they got James Wiseman still. They got Kuminga, they got Moody, they got Jordan Poole, they got the Mexican guy as well. They got they know how to build a team.
Yeah.
You know, Bob Myers, we got like, people have to give him his credit as a GM. Like, you know, I remember when they got the Russell trade, and they traded him to Timberwolves, got a top pick that ended up being Wiseman. Now they're saying he's injured and stuff like that, why he didn't play. Me personally, I'm of the belief that they may think his timeline and the timeline of these guys' window showing that, hey, we can still compete for championships is night and day. Not night and day, but it's not aligning with one another. Essentially. So I reckon they're going to end up trading him, maybe him and someone else. Would that be the best thing, do you think? Or should they still keep this young nucleus as well as the vets, learn how to win, essentially, and then, like, you know, gradually pass the torch to these guys?
Yeah, I think they should stick with what they have at the moment. I think, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I just can see them going on again next season and possibly doing it. And then we'll have that discussion about LeBron and Stephen Curry, who's the best. I can't hear it.
I just can't hear it.
I can't. But we'll get that discussion.
Yeah, we'll get that discussion. People will do it, but I'm just letting people know in advance. I can't hear it. I just can't, man. What was I gonna say? Andrew Wiggins. A lot of media hype showing him love. I think I've been on record in the pod before saying I'm a big Andrew Wiggins guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, my brother supports the Timberwolves, so I pay attention to their game so I could talk to him about it. And I've always liked Wiggins. Now, granted, did he give you the level of production that a quote unquote number 1 pick should have done? I don't know. I don't know the metrics and how to judge this stuff. But all I know is he was in an organization that was losers for a very, very long time. He got around a winning culture. Not necessarily the first option, maybe 3rd, 4th option. Played great defense. Yeah, Tatum on locks. And showed that, you know, he can be a guy. Now, let's say they don't keep him, someone else trades for him or whatever. Can he be the 2nd option, or does he have to be like the 3rd option on the team?
No, I think he could be a 2nd option. He's got
confidence now, isn't it?
Yeah, now the confidence of winning a ring. And also getting that credit that he deserved as well. I think that will boost him onto being a better player next season. I think he could go into any franchise and be a 2nd guy, really.
Do you reckon the Sixers could trade for him? Him and Embiid, the boy, has played in college.
Possibly, but yeah, I don't reckon Warriors will try and change that now. I reckon they'll still stick with these guys.
That's a lot of money they got to pay in wages. They're gonna go over into the luxury tax and gonna be big. But they're printing money over there. It's sports money stupid. We're gonna touch on the Nketiah deal in a bit, but my lord, Draymond Green, we didn't criticize him, but we kind of said he had a subpar performance in the finals, which he did. He wasn't playing good. Game 6, he was shooting threes. He was playing good D. I just want to give him his flowers essentially and say bravo, mate. They're probably going to keep, but they got a decision to make now because he's eligible for a contract. After this performance, is it just thinking, you know what, he laid it all on the line? It's this one game, or can he still perform like this night in, night out, or even in the playoffs? What would you do with him if you're the GM? Because his value is high right now.
Yeah, his value's high. He's obviously won the fourth ring at this franchise now. Obviously, everyone loves him there. But yeah, he was below his best in this finals. Obviously, the last game, the 6th game, he turned up, but that was the closing game. They knew if they won that game, they won the championship. So, yeah, it's a difficult one because he's an aging player now. So, he's an asset for the Warriors, but whether they keep him or not, you never know. But I could see them probably trading for him.
Yeah. Steph Curry, is he now the best point guard of all time?
I think, for me personally,
people say Magic Johnson.
I think personally, watch it. I wasn't around when Magic played.
Yeah, same.
I think watching Stephen Curry, he's that for us. I reckon.
Like, not only can he hit threes, fam, his handles are so sweet. You know, he does that behind the back move and then he gets to the rim with the finger roll.
Yeah.
God, I was thinking he's bulks up a bit as well, you know. That's why he takes on the contact better as well. Watching him, I feel like I should be paying him to watch him play basketball because it's just that good. Like early on in the game, he had the ball, someone gave it to him. He went on the byline, kind of hit Pritchard while hitting the three. It was one of those like, oh fuck it. And it went in, I was just like, this guy, like, he just can't miss. He just can't miss. And like, I would love to walk in his shoes just for one day. And how does it feel knowing wherever you are in the court, it's not a bad shot?
I know.
Like, nothing's a bad shot. Like, do you remember, I think it was 2000, the year before KD got there, when they eliminated the Thunder, when he got the ball and he was near the halfway line. Do you know what shot I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then he just walked away like, whoa. I was just like... This guy just can't. And then remember in the All-Star game, him and Dame going back to back, shooting threes as well. See if we could go further. Oh man, that's absolutely phenomenal. Golden State Warriors, bloody hell. Yeah, I think when it's all, they probably are going to win one more. To be fair, they probably are. But that being said, if Chris Middleton stays healthy, do they still win?
Yeah, no, to be fair, possibly not, because I think Middleton was a difference in obviously Bucks.
Who can guard Giannis?
I don't think anyone can. No one can. No. So yeah, we'll have to take that into account. But yeah, no, I still think these guys are probably favourites going into next season.
Who was the best player on Boston?
Al Horford surprised me, you know.
Yeah. I've written that down.
I've got to give him his flowers, but yeah, Tatum for me is overall. His overall playoff players series was phenomenal. I think he's their best player at this moment in time.
Yeah, but Al Horford, the things he was doing in these playoffs, to think he was on my Sixers just 2 years ago, crikey. But to be fair, we kind of signed him in free agency to get him away from Boston, just to weaken our enemies. But that was never going to win because we got 3 guys that, at the time, him, Ben, and Joe, they all need to be by the rim. So it was never going to work. But fair play to him, man. They need to, I don't know what the number is, but they need to sign him up and keep him going. I got one last thing on basketball, buddy. No, actually, I got 2 more things. Christian Wood traded to the Mavs. What does that do for Luka now? He's got a starting caliber big who can stretch the floor so they can do pick and pop. Like, what do you think of that move?
It makes a slight difference for Luka. I don't think it makes a major difference. Obviously, having a big is essential now in NBA. But yeah, no, I don't think it makes much of a difference with Mavs anyway.
Yeah, I got a trade for you, buddy. I'm Brad Stevens of the Boston Celtics. I don't know who the Portland Trailblazers GM is. I think his name's Neil O'Shea, if he's still in charge. Hey, Neil, it's Brad. I'm offering you Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, 2 first-round picks, a pick swap, and a second-round pick for Damian Lillard and Nazir Little. Who says no?
I think I don't know.
That's a good trade.
It's a fair deal on both parts. I think both parts take that deal, you know, because Celtics, I think they had their best opportunity to kind of elevate their franchise if they won this championship.
Yeah.
I think now going into next season, I don't know how they go. Like I said, I think Tatum needs to up his game with playmaking. He needs to be that big playmaker in that team.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown needs to stop turning the ball over. And I think injuries did play a part in this series as well. So
everyone's injured though, man.
Yeah, when it comes to these,
everyone's banged up.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I think both parties would take that deal. To be fair,
that's a good trade, isn't it? That's a good trade.
It is a decent trade.
I think it sets up both teams because they get Damian Lillard and they also get Nazir Little, who's a 3-and-D wing, and Portland would get Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, 2 guys that you could build around essentially, and 2 first-round picks and stuff. So
yeah.
Have you listened to Drake's album?
I listened to it on Friday only during work. I wasn't really fully taking everything in, but like I said before, I don't think I am a Drake fan when he's singing. I don't like the singing. I like him just fully going for it. Like,
Buzz.
Yeah, there's only one song on this album that I like, and I think it's Sticky, and that's it.
I listened to it on Friday, the first 2 songs, because I went to go see Zola's crib. She lives in Basingstoke. That is far. My God.
Yeah, Basingstoke is far, man.
It was an hour one way, hour back. So it was like, I think I did 100 miles. It was bloody far. I listened to it on the way there. I listened to like 2-3 songs. I'm telling this shit off. I ain't got time. And then on the way back, no. Yesterday I was listening to it and I was like, no, there's a few songs that I actually do, because I am a house fan. I do like house music. I don't have a favorite house artist or anything, but like if house comes on, I'm not turning it off. I will, cut shapes. That's what they used to do, isn't it? Yeah, I will dance to it. But I was listening to it, like the instrumentals, like the video, the one that he did a video for.
Falling Back, is it? Yeah.
The bit after the dun, dun, dun,
yeah,
dun, dun,
with the lights, when the lights come on, yeah. No, to be fair, I'll give you that one. I think that's a decent song.
That's a banger. That's a banger. Yeah, Sticky as well that I like. Actually, let me go over the songs, man, because I got them here. But no, it's, to be fair, it just made me think, you know what, you just got to give people a chance. It's Drizzy Drake, man. Text Go Green, I like that one. I think Keeper, Calling My Name, Sticky, Massive, Flights Booked. I think that's what I've got to so far.
Massive is that kind of house beat. It's got that house beat where you probably could be driving and having that when the sun is shining. And yeah.
Forgot to touch on this. Okay. Man flew 40 hours from England to Australia to meet a girl and take her out on a first date. First date. Now, I don't know how long, for all we know, they could have been talking for a whole year. I don't know. But first date, bruv, I'm not traveling. I hate traveling even 40 minutes, let alone 40 hours. What's your thoughts on this?
That's dedication there.
That is.
Yeah, like you said, we don't know what their interaction was beforehand. Maybe they've been talking a year or so, but yeah, I'm never doing that for no girl. Yeah.
He has to marry her.
Yeah, no, he has to.
He actually has to marry. Did I tell you about the time this guy I worked with, he cycled 12 hours? Oh
yeah, you did mention this. You mentioned this on that. Yeah, no chance. This was during lockdown as well.
Yeah, lockdown, bro.
Yeah, no chance.
During lockdown, he did that. My lord. No worries.
Right, what's happening, man? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, man? How's everything?
Yeah, been all right. Yeah, still. I've just got over Pep's leaving.
Yeah, so where's he gotten off to? America?
Oh, mate, it's unbelievable. Yeah, so he wanted to go around like all the way. He was doing my door to Singapore. Do you remember that? He was gonna, cycle through, but all the stans, Pakistan, Afghanistan. He was going to cycle through there. But still, because of COVID, a lot of them borders are still shut.
Still?
Well, that's shut, but it's really, really hard to get visas to get into some of them. So what he's done is he's now going through America. So he starts in northern Canada.
Yeah.
and goes right the way through. It's going to take about a year, right the way through to Argentina.
Wow.
All for America, South America, all on his bike, Ethan, like the kid on his own, camping everywhere. He's not no hotels or hostels. He's camping everywhere. I mean, the first 2 weeks, when he lands, he has to buy a bear spray immediately.
Yeah, of course.
Because there's so many bears.
Of course.
I mean, that just blows my mind anyway. And he's camping in the woods. And he said that there was no phone signal, no internet, obviously, for the first 2 weeks. I mean, he's going to get eaten by a bear. There's no. It's just mental. The kid's never been out of St Albans. All of a sudden, he's sleeping in bear-infested woods. I just don't get it, man.
They've got moose over there, and moose are massive. They got bear. They got wolves in Canada. Nah, yeah. I'm all right. I'm all right. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm black, so I wouldn't do that anyway. But still, like, I'm like, what?
I know. But you know this boy. The kid is so naive. His mum does everything for him. Yeah. Every day I say to him, "What you got for lunch?" He says, "I don't know actually," because his mum's made his packed lunch. Like,
there you go.
And he's going to live in bear-infested woods. Like, I just don't. Anyway, I mean, listen. I admire him. I admire the bravery of doing it. It's fucking madness in my eyes.
Is he going with anyone, or is it just
by himself?
On his own. He's got he's got an uncle that lives in San Francisco. That'll be the only time he sees someone. He was thinking about coming back for the World Cup and then flying back out to wherever he was, but he don't know if he's going to do that yet. He's not sure.
Bloody hell, Peps. Only Peps would do that though. But other than that, how's everything been? How's the family? Everyone
good, man. Really, really busy. It's manic at the moment. Really busy, but no, it's fine. How are you? How's work?
Yeah, everything's good, man. Literally in the process of what's it called? I was just finishing doing my personal statement for the masters at the moment. So
really?
Yeah, just getting my friend Sharon to look over it, like just to get a second opinion. To see how it is. And well done. Yeah, man. So, hopefully get that done by this week, send it off and just wait for the results, really.
You work in the same place?
Yeah. Still at the same place. They're all right, to be fair.
They're all right, yeah.
Good. They're all right. What boys? What do you boys want to start with? Eve, I just saw this the other actually. Chelsea in for Sterling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was announced. Was it announced on Saturday? Yeah.
Is it real?
Yeah. This is real. This is they're inquiring around him. They're interested, and we'll have to see. I don't know whether it's the best suit for Chelsea at this moment in time. I think these big signings that we usually do never really kind of work out. I do like Sterling, but I think we've got the likes of Hudson-Odoi that still is on the fringes.
Yeah.
So I would like to obviously give him a chance rather than Sterling at this moment in time.
Will Sterling play up top, do you reckon? Because he what season? I think it was a few seasons ago. He was playing striker for a bit and he was scoring a couple goals. Because obviously we'll touch on the Lukaku thing in a bit. But if he comes, do you reckon Thing will play him out wide or play him as maybe, or kind of do that makeshift striker thing that everyone tends to be doing nowadays?
Yeah, I think he'll be an option up front. He'll be maybe a false nine, maybe a winger. He'll just be across that three, I reckon.
What about what's it called? What do you think of Sterling to Chelsea?
I mean, I was quite surprised when this is on the radio earlier. He's still only 27. He's
been around for ages.
Best years to come, He might have the best years to come. If they're talking, I mean, the money they're talking now, what are they talking about? 35 mil, things like that.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Last year of his deal.
That's the thing. Yeah. I think it won't be a bad signing. I mean, I know you feel what you're saying about Hudson-Odoi because I'm talking to Morris and work about, we've been linked with Rafinha.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, I think he's a great player, Rafinha, but I don't want to see anyone. I want to see Smith Rowe. I don't want to see anyone in front of Smith Rowe. I want to see him really have a go and Saka, obviously, on the other side. So I know where Ethan's coming from saying that. But in the cold light of day, I think Sterling's probably better than Hudson-Odoi, better than Ziyech for me. I know Ziyech can produce every now and then. I think he gets in the team. And like I say, at 27, if you could get him for 35 mil, I think that's a good signing,
London boy as well.
Been there and done it. Sorry, Ed?
London boy as well.
London boy coming back QPR, he started, didn't he? So coming back. And like you say, he can be used as that false nine. You know, away, he's so dangerous away from home because he's so quick on the break.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be a good signing. If it's 35 mil, 40 mil, for me, it's a good signing. Chelsea come out today and said it all depends on what they're doing with Lukaku. And they want to get that sorted first. So, because I don't know how much money Chelsea are going to have here. No one really knows, do they, this summer?
No.
What's your thoughts on the whole Lukaku thing, Anson?
I can't really make it. I don't know. What about why he's done it in Italy and not done it here?
No, in terms of only being there for a year and saying that he wants to leave the interview and stuff. And again, I've defended Lukaku on so many occasions, but I can't defend this. To be honest, I think it's a joke.
I mean, coming back, I thought loads of people. I thought he was massive, had a massive chance of winning the league, especially the way he started. He looked like the final piece of the jigsaw. And I don't know whether it's something's gone on behind the scenes. I don't know. I mean, Tammy Abraham scored a lot of goals in Italy. Do you think it's easy? It must be easier in Italy. It's always used to be the other way around. Italian defenders were the best in the world. Yeah. But listen, I know he's a decent enough player, Abraham, but he scored a lot of goals out there. Yeah. Lukaku scoring goals for fun. I don't know if it says something about their league. I'm not sure.
What do you think, Eve?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think maybe the league is probably a bit weaker than the Premier League. Yeah. But he came over looking like kind of the Finnish article. The way
we thought they was going to win the league. We thought you lot was going to win the league.
Yeah. Even the way he came back, he was quite slim compared to the last time he was in the Prem. And we thought he'd get 20 plus goals, but that wasn't the case. He said his interview around Jan time or December time, and that's when he picked up his injury. And then from there, Havertz was really the guy that Chelsea leaned upon, and he couldn't get into the team. So he's not had the best time at Chelsea, but hopefully he can go on loan to Inter Milan and then prove that he is a capable striker. But the Prem isn't his league, I don't think.
So what as well? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Didn't he have? I think a few black players have had it in Italy. Didn't he have he was getting a lot of racist abuse from Italy, weren't he, when he was playing for them? I mean, would you want to go back to that? I mean, that surprised me. I remember that was a big thing on the news a lot, that he was getting that. Surprised me that he wants to go back to that.
You know what it is? He probably from opposing fans, but over there, when like you're seeing it with Tammy Abraham now, they treat him like a god. Like if you go there and you score goals, like they love you. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously we both watched the interview with Joe Cole and Tammy, and Joe Cole said he got in the cab and he asked the cabbie, who's your favorite player? And he said Tammy Abraham. He said he said we haven't had a guy like this in 25 years, scoring goals for fun, left, right, and center, long shots, penalties, headers, like in the box, outside the box. Same with Lukaku. I'm pretty sure he was top goal scorer there. Both his years he was there, to be honest. And probably lacks the fact that it's a slower pace of football, so he can and obviously he's a big physical guy as well, so he can probably dictate what he does more opposed to the Premier League where it's non-stop, fast. Probably does require more cardio. I'd love to see the distance travelled of the average game of Serie A and the Premier League. Ultimately, his actions this year can't be defended. And I'm a big Lukaku guy, big Lukaku guy, can't be defended. Who else you lot linked with?
That's really the big news. There's not really anyone else other than that.
And what do you think of this Vieira geezer?
Well, I did what everyone else did because it was such out of the blue. I just put his name straight into YouTube like everyone does, and watch that. You know that Welcome to Arsenal that they always do. The minute you're linked with someone, Welcome to Arsenal, 5-7 minute clip or whatever. And listen, I've talked to Peps about this. He's got a lovely left foot, looks decent, but
it looks a bit raw for me.
He does look a bit raw. I don't think he played every game last season. He was sort of in and out of the team. But, most of the assists that they had on that clip on YouTube, he's got so much time on the ball.
Yeah, he does.
There's one assist. It's a beautiful ball in, but someone lays it back into him on the edge of the area. He crosses it to the back post. There's not a player for 20 yards. I mean, that's not going to happen in the Premier League, you know. So but they've obviously seen something in him. I think Liverpool were interested, which tells you something. You know, they only buy good players. Liverpool. They've got a great record in the market. So it's nice to get a deal done. Basically, I know it's not been done yet, but in secret, normally, has it been done? Has it been confirmed? I'm not sure.
I think it'll be confirmed this week after the medical and all that stuff. Yeah,
just something sort of undercover. Normally, it's months in the papers. I remember last year Ben White for ages, Ramsdale for ages. Just to go in without nobody knowing and just go bang and just sign someone is nice. And other than that, it's just a striker, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're desperate.
I think we need two. To be honest,
I think we need two.
I think
I'm going to shock you with the. I like Jesus. I think I'll take Jesus. You know who else I want? I think I said this to you last year as well. I want Danny Ings.
Danny Ings?
Just go and get him.
Yeah. He's a proven striker.
I think he can still do a job. He's still really.
I'm just scared of the injuries. I know
he's had a bad. I know he has. Yeah, I know, and that's what done him at Liverpool. Remember, he got moved to Liverpool, didn't he?
Yeah.
And that's what's done. But I still.
Would Villa let him go though? Villa are trying to push on. I don't think they'd let him go.
I wanted him before he went to Villa. I thought he'd be a good signing. He didn't have a great season last year. He done all right in and out. He was, wasn't he? But
yeah.
As backup, and then with Eddie signing, I know we're probably going to talk about Eddie in a minute, but with Eddie signing, look, we ain't going to win no leagues, we know that, but just push again for that top four, and it's just a build, isn't it? Yeah. Jesus, I'd like Jesus. The more I've been thinking about it, if he tells him, look, you're my main man, you're going to play every week for number 9.
But does he want to play 9 though? Because at City, remember there was a whole thing that he said he wants to play on the right. He wants to play on the right. And I watched something on TV today. It was like a throwback interview of a reporter who had spoken with the Brazilian national team head coach, and he said in the previous World Cup, Jesus didn't register a single goal for Brazil, he's only scored once in 20 games for Brazil. And the manager said to him, "Yo, what position do you want to play?" And he said, "I don't know, I don't mind. No, I want a definitive answer. What position do you prefer to play? Is it up front or on the flank?" And he said, "I prefer to play on the flank." So what position are we buying for him? Are we buying him as a 9 or are we buying him as cover on the flank? If so, that means we need 3 new strikers then, really, truly, because I thought he was meant to be one of them. So I just don't know what we're getting. Again, I don't mind. I just want as much talent as possible in the team, because end of the year, we saw it. We were running thin on players. Saka looked knackered, and we can't, just 2 seasons in a row now, he's looked tired at the end of the year. And if we keep doing this and let's say we don't get Champions League next year, he's off. We're already hearing rumours with City and Liverpool sniffing around. So I'm just about collecting as much talent as possible, and we have to sell them for profit. And that's what we've been doing now recently. You've seen it over the past 2-3 years. We're buying young talent and with resale value, because before we was buying guys the latter years of their 20s, 30s, with very, very little resale value. So I mean, hopefully it's in the direction.
On that point as well, and just on the point of Sterling as well, I think there might be some funny transfers, because the World Cup is at Christmas. But normally, if the World Cup's at the end of the season, somebody might think, like Sterling, who's in and out of his team, in and out last year, when he might think, well, I'll stay here for City for another year because I'll be in and out. It's a long time of season, because he's only got 2-3 months till the
World Cup.
He needs to be playing every week. Yeah. So if Chelsea go to him, look, you're going to be starting every single week, that might push a move through, and that might happen with other players. Players are not sure if they're going to be starting. So, because Chris was saying earlier about Rafinha, he said he thinks Rafinha might stay with Leeds just because he knows he's guaranteed first team football at Leeds, guaranteed the main man, and then might go in January. And that might happen quite a lot with players here. You know, there's always moves after the World Cup, because you see people that you don't normally see every week. Agents will push their players. You know what I mean? Yeah. January could be a bigger transfer window this year.
What's Morris's thoughts on the links of Rafinha being with a move to Arsenal? What's his thoughts on that?
Well, like I just said today, he came out with that today, and I thought it's a really good point, actually. Players will want to go play in teams that they know they're guaranteed. You know, players that are trying to get in the World Cup squads, they know they're guaranteed first team football. I think he sort of accepted it. He's going to go. I think it's Barcelona. He's desperate to go to Barcelona, I think. Yeah. And it's just a matter of when. But yeah, I think January will be a big one, the big transfer window.
Speaking on Arsenal, let's just get to it. The elephant in the room. Eddie Nketiah, 5-year deal, given the number 14 for the duration of his time. Now, obviously, because we have a sports podcast, every Tom, Dick, and Harry messages me with their sports takes. So I've had about 15 conversations about Eddie Nketiah, and again, at first I was reluctant on it. Didn't really want it, but stepping back from the situation and looking at it, I think it kind of makes sense. Number one, he came through. Obviously, he wasn't like a child in our academy. But we've got him when he was like, what, 14, 15. So he's an academy player. So you're first of all, you always want to take care of your own and look after your own. I think it sends a good message. Number two, he's familiar with the manager and the manager's familiar with him. And number three, we're getting a lot of foreign players. So we need to have an English quota, because I think you need minimum seven English players, which sounds crazy, but you need a minimum of 7 English players. And the grand scheme of things, the way football money is going now, 100 grand, is that really a lot? For your second, third string striker, possibly, but I mean, if they're pushed on for top 4 and we get Champions League, it'll be irrelevant, isn't it? But the number 14 jersey, and I've touched on this in previous episodes, and I don't know, maybe it's because I watch too much American sports. I'm just of the belief that number should be retired. And reason being is it separates like the good players from the really great players. And because number 14, Arsenal, we're talking about arguably the greatest player of Premier League history. Like, you know, especially for Arsenal, our greatest player in my lifetime anyway. I understand, and then people are going to say other players have had it. Yeah, Theo Walcott had it. Theo Walcott, to be fair to Theo Walcott wasn't a bad player. Theo Walcott was a really, really good player. He was just peaked at a time of Arsenal where it was weird. We was transitioning into the Emirates, and we weren't allowed to spend any money because we owed so much money to the bank and they wanted to pay it off and stuff like that. Aubameyang, he was world-class player when he got to us, so it kind of made sense. But Eddie Nketiah, he's not shown me anything thus far that he is going to be capable of reaching that upper echelon status. Now, granted, like he said himself, he's never had a run of like, I don't know what, 10, 15 games at the Prem to prove himself. But I don't know. I'm trying to like see the positive in it now. I think the club, whether he asked for 14 or the club gave him 14, I wouldn't have. If I was him, if I was his advisor, I'd be like, stay away from that number, because everyone's not been happy with it. What's your thoughts on it, Ant?
Ed, don't get the amp, but I'm going to disagree with you massively, man. I don't agree with it. I think it is maybe an Americanized thing. I think Beckham probably, when he went to Madrid, it becomes a brand, the number, don't it? When he went to 23 and you got the CR7 and M10 for Ozil, all that stuff, it becomes a brand. But I don't. It's a number for me. And listen, Thierry Henry, I've said the Bergkamp is the greatest player I've ever seen. Henry, it's so close between Henry and Bergkamp. Not just the greatest player for Arsenal, best player I've been at a match and seen. He was incredible, right? Is Ed, you still there, Ed?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you're there. Sorry, mate. I think you're right. But this is, I don't want to sound too harsh. There was Arsenal before Henry, and there's Arsenal after Henry, right? He weren't the be all and end all. Because for me, if you're looking at them numbers, Tony Adams, right, was the greatest Arsenal captain ever. Right, with Vieira, ever. Greatest Arsenal captain ever. He was called Mr. Arsenal. Yeah. It tells the story that he never, ever looked at a contract. Every time he walked into contract negotiations, they put the paper down, he just signed it, didn't look at it. Yeah. He wore number 6. Even before there were squad numbers, he wore number 6. Squad numbers come in, then he was number 6. He retired. A couple of years later, Philip Senderos, who was one of the worst.
I remember that.
He got number 6, right? Dennis Bergkamp retired, number 10, always Bergkamp 10. He retired. William Gallas got number 10. There's like a president's been set. For me, it doesn't matter. Let the kid just wear 14. If he wants to wear 14, it isn't more. I think it's an American thing. It's you know, and as I say, I think Beckham probably started. When he started, went up to there with a 23 to Madrid. I just don't. Listen, I know it. I don't get it. Just let him wear it. Just let him get on with it. Don't put too much pressure on the kid saying, "Oh, but he's not." Of course, he's not Thierry Henry. But it doesn't matter. It's just a shirt number for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ed.
No, I hear it. But it's just that for me, it's just like this is my sporting. For me, anyway. Like even like, you know, like I said, I don't know. It's just sentimental for me. This is the guy. This is the reason I support Arsenal. Thierry Henry, basically. You know what I mean? So for me, it's always going to be a sentimental number. But like you guys have said. I'm starting to look back on it and think, you know, and the main reason why I was, like I said, if I was his advisor, I would have stayed away from it. It's because of people like myself and my friends, you know, that are gonna make the noise and stuff like that. What's your thoughts?
Last year it seemed like kind of not a selling point, but it's like Emil Smith Rowe with him announcing that he's going to be number 10 and Saka picking up the 7. I feel like at Arsenal,
I don't think 7's iconic like that though.
Yeah, no, it's not iconic, but these sort of numbers are kind of thrown out when these guys are doing the contract deals or the extension.
Yeah.
It's like,
so you think the club? You think the club gave it to him? You think the club said to him?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I reckon it is a club thing because the number 10 was made, the big announcement last year with Emil Smith Rowe with the 5-year contract. So yeah, no, I do think it's the club's decision.
Yeah, it's a good point. Good point.
Yeah. Even with the 10, to be fair, I don't know if I said it or not, but I was like, that's a lot of pressure. That is a lot of, it is though, it is a lot of pressure to have that number. But I don't know. Again, I never want him to be like to do bad. He's manning your fellow countryman. So and he's an Arsenal player. Hopefully he does well. So I asked Anthony earlier, like, how do players get structured their salaries? I asked him to ask his cousin. They said June to June. Well, I never knew it was a whole calendar year. I thought it was just for the season.
Yeah, same.
Fam. So we're talking like he's the next 5 years. He's gonna be like 26 million before tax from that salary. Oh my lord, that's actually crazy with bonuses as well.
I text you after as well, didn't I? So, and then plus bonuses.
Yeah,
on top
bonuses.
I remember Johnny saying when he first played for Tottenham, his bonuses were more than his wages when he was playing in the first team for Tottenham. Yeah, because he was on what I say he was on the ground a week or whatever. If you win away from home,
was he on Scholar still?
No, when he first signed his first.
Oh, first pro, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, say you're on the ground a week. If you win away, it was like a £1,500 bonus. I remember his first ever away.
Wow.
You've only got sit in the even if you're sitting in the stand as well. Don't come on. His first ever away game. I don't know if you remember a left back called Ben Thatcher for Tottenham. He scored an own goal in the last minute. They was winning 1-0 and Thatcher got an own goal in the last minute. So Johnny didn't get his £1,500 bonus, and he was like. And Thatcher gave him the money. Thatcher went to the bank with the money. Yeah, because they was really good friends, and he gave it to him. Yeah, it's a good little story that. But their bonuses are just appearance money. Just like for putting the kit on and running on the pitch, you're getting paid more. You're still getting paid even though you're still getting your wages. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Have you seen Anne? Have you seen that video of the Man United CEO talking to the fans in the pub? What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, if he didn't think it was going to get out, he's very naive.
No, he knew. He definitely knew.
He, not just being filmed, but the fact they was going to turn around and they was going to go around and tell people what he'd said straight away, got on Twitter or whatever. Whether it was a bit of a publicity stunt, I don't know, because he's come out of it looking all right. To be honest with you, he's not. I don't think he's. What he said was he's recognised that they've made some mistakes, because he said, "Look, we spent £1 billion here. I go to the training ground, I'm looking around, there's not £1 billion worth of talent." So he's saying, listen, I recognise that we've made mistakes. And he's sort of getting the fans on board. The fans are probably looking at him going, look, he knows we've made mistakes now. And he knows that we've got to fix things, because there's a major reset there, you know what I mean? They need, from top to bottom, I need a major reset. They need to get a lot of players out, which I think they're doing. I don't think it was the worst thing that could have happened, actually. I think they've sort of been quietly not pleased, but it's not done any harm, I don't think.
What about you, Eve?
Yeah, no, he looks like the good guy really here. He's been honest. He said a few quotes that make him look good as well. So
a couple bevies as well, humanizing.
Yeah, he probably bought them all
of course he did. Of course he did.
So yeah, he probably treated them, and they're probably doing a video just to
get it all up. Yeah, 100%.
Get it all out. That's it. So yeah, no, he looks good from it.
So it's been confirmed that Liverpool have agreed to sell Mane to Bayern Munich 35.1 million in total. I think the initial payment is going to be 27 million. They bought him for 30 million 8 years ago. These Liverpool guys, I don't know what's in the water over there, but they just keep doing good business after good business after good business. And they got Harvey Elliott, they brought the kid in from Fulham, they got Jota, they got Luis Diaz, Konate, Curtis Jones and stuff like that. They've got a good young core as well as great veterans, similar to Golden State Warriors, Eve. I don't know if they'll be able to compete next year, but moving forward, what's your thoughts on this Liverpool team?
No, I think it was a good. It's a good deal. I think they needed that money, obviously, to bring in some money for the Nunes deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, makes perfect sense. Obviously, you talked about Fabio Carvalho coming to Liverpool as well. So he plays in that position anyway. So yeah, that Liverpool's recruitment, we've said it time and time again, is just brilliant. So yeah, no, I think they'll come again next season. They'll be close, but I don't think anyone really challenges Man City other than them, really.
What's your thoughts, Ant?
Yeah, they you'd like to agree completely with what you both just said. I can't remember the last mistake they made, but maybe when they signed them to centre backs when Van Dijk was injured. But the kid from Young English kid, I can't remember his name. But you know that was nothing. Didn't spend any money. I think it was on loan, but they don't make mistakes. He's so clever. I like Diaz a lot. I think he's out of. Thank God he didn't go to Tottenham. I think he's a really, really good player and fits in seamless, weren't it, when he first come in? The kid Nunes is meant to be outstanding. I've only seen clips of him on YouTube. I know he played really well, didn't he, against Liverpool when they played them?
Yeah.
They get, like you said, they stem to again next year, I think. But Haaland is going to make the difference. Probably be City again, but Liverpool will push them. They will push them.
Do you think Haaland like is a seamless transition to him to be in that system?
No, it will take a while. It will. Listen, all footballers can, top footballers can play in any side, I think, but it won't take long. It won't take long. He's so intelligent and he's got everything for me. Premier League, he's made for the Premier League.
Yeah,
he's so big and strong. It's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing how he goes, but I'm pretty sure he'll score 25 goals.
First season?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, you've only got to stand in the 6-yard box for most of it for Man City. You got to point and just pinging balls in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. One of the last couple of things, I asked you both, like in 10, 15 years time, like what do you think, like amongst like school kids, what team do you think will be the most supported in London? Because the reason I asked this is because more and more nowadays, I'm seeing more kids in London wear Man City t-shirts, and it pisses me off. Yeah. It really does. It does irritate me, but that's just the fact of life. They're the up team right now. Like, do you think London will still be predominantly like London-based teams, or like the Liverpools and the Cities? What they're doing now is laying the groundwork for them to have like the next like sort of young generation of core fan bases. Like for instance, when I grew up, it was Arsenal, United. Those are the two main teams. Like, so do you think it will still be like Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea will still have a stronghold in the city, or those two teams up north?
Yeah, I think those two teams up north. I think Liverpool, obviously, in the 80s dominated the English league. So there was a lot of Londoners that used to support Liverpool. So yeah, I can see a lot of Liverpool fans, a lot of City fans, and yeah, that's it really. I can't really see a lot of Chelsea fans. We'll have to see with the new owners, see whether
my brother's age is a lot of Chelsea fans. My brother's age is a lot of Chelsea fans.
Because we had that succession of Roman coming in and all of these stuff there. But I think those two teams.
You talk of 10, 15 years time was the question, wasn't it, Ed?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I work in Tottenham Court Road, standing there, and as you said, start seeing more and more Man City kits.
Yeah.
10, 15 years time, trust me, you'll see Newcastle kits.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon? Yeah.
That's true as well, yeah. I reckon Newcastle as well, yeah.
100%. You could probably count on one hand now in a year how many Newcastle kits you see in London. You wouldn't see more than 5. You know what I mean? Other than when Newcastle were down here playing.
Yeah.
You'll see over, 1,000 a year or something. Honestly, though, because that's how it works. Like,
so what does that mean for the London clubs then?
But if a kid's sitting watching football, say his dad, it's normally who your dad supports or who you're local to. If your dad don't like football, but you're into football, and Newcastle signing, I don't know who will be about in 10 years' time, but the best players are about in 10 years' time, as a kid, you're looking at that, and that's who you're going to want to watch, so that's who you're going to support, if you haven't got any other allegiances in terms of your parents or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and then I think we all know that Newcastle, it'll take a long time, but it'll take 5, 6, 7, 8 years, but they probably will get there if this, the owners stay in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, Newcastle will be a big one.
That's. I actually forgot about that.
I forgot Newcastle, but they've got a massive fan base as well.
They do have a big fan base, yeah.
So it's crazy.
What are they going to do with the stadium then? They're going to stay where they are? Or do you think they're going to have to make a new one like outside of the city?
Oh, it'd be a difficult one. That I don't reckon they can't really extend St James. It's on the hill, ain't it? So it's a bit difficult to extend it. It'd be weird to relocate. I don't know Newcastle that well, but
what do they hold? What do you think they hold now? 50 odd?
Yeah, 50,000. I think it is. Yeah.
It depends how big they get. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think of that. They might have to start thinking about
100%. I think that's thinking about it right now.
Yeah. It's just come up on my phone actually. Ryan Giggs has just stood down as Wales manager. What's happened with that? That's gone quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah, that has gone quiet. That.
Cool, bloody hell.
What about Basuma?
Oh, to Spurs. Oh God.
But is he? He's waiting to be charged, isn't he? Or didn't he get done for sexual assault? Do you remember?
Oh, I do remember that, but I think he
played the season though. He played the season.
He played the whole season, but he got away with it. I think.
Has he got away with it? Is it finished?
Yeah, I don't think they've brought any sort of news out about it, but I do remember it popping up. Yeah,
he's no Benjamin Mendy.
Jesus Christ. That was in trouble. These footballers are going crazy nowadays. I think that's a wrap, man. I think that's a wrap. Episode 45. You know, we had our favorite guest on, Anthony. Talked football, basketball, a bit of Love Island music as well. Thank you for everyone that listens. Follow, subscribe on all social media platforms, and that's it. Anthony, lovely to speak to you, mate.
And you boys, thanks a lot for having me on, mate.
See you later.
See you later.